my opinion, this is the one fish food to rule them all. Hey fish friends, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. My name is Zenzo from Tazawa Tanks. Now I have a lot of fish tanks, clearly, and I have to feed a lot of fish, and I go through a lot of fish food, various kinds. I use pellet foods, granule foods, flake foods, frozen foods, freeze-dried foods, live foods, and even vegetables as an example. So I go through all kinds of food for my various fish. Some of my fish are very common and easy to feed. Some of them are a little bit more rare and are more difficult to feed, and everything in between. But anyway, and I've talked about this before, but my favorite fish food of all time at this time is the Xtreme Krill Flake. So now I know that I'm sponsored by Xtreme. I'm not paid. This is not a paid sponsorship. I just get all the free fish food that I need to take care of all of my wet pets upstairs, downstairs, etc. But this is a food that I've been very, very impressed with, and I've been using it for quite a while now, several months, trying it in all different applications with lots of different fish. Now, the reason why I like this food in particular is it's very easy to feed to lots of tanks, meaning that I can take this one container and go from tank to tank to tank to tank and feed the majority of my fish. Pretty much everything down here, with the exception of the Oscars and the exception of my African mudskippers, my puffers, they'll all pretty much eat this food. And it makes it very easy for me to do lots of feeding versus me having to, go around and have 5 or 6 different containers and have to, choose, this food for that tank and that food for this tank, that kind of thing. It does get a little bit arduous when you are dealing with that. The other reason why I love this food, and this is probably the main reason, it's a really good food. It's very high quality. Obviously, it's krill based, very good ingredients. It's also really, it has a very good texture to it. So when you look at the flake itself, it has, it's very solid and has like some substantial feel to it. If you're familiar with like metal work as an example, there's like a gauge when you're talking about how thick metal is, and this has a kind of a substantial kind of feel to it. It does come in these nice large sizes, which is good because then larger fish will take to it. So I can feed this to my peacock cichlids and they'll gobble it right up. But I can also crush it up to really fine, almost to a powder, and feed it to like my fry fish, so my baby fish, which are fry. So as an example, I've got some fry growing in my 5-star general tank, and I can just feed them with this flake food. I can just grind it up to a fine powder, put it in there, and also throw in some larger pieces. The adults, the parents, will eat the large pieces, and then the fry will eat the small pieces. So it makes it very, very convenient. So high quality, easy to feed. And the other thing that I've noticed, and I've been kind of doing some testing for a while, is I think that this food is contributing to the quality and the color of some of my fish. So the quality ingredients in here, I think, is enhancing the color of my fish, specifically my African cichlids. Now, I had mentioned that some of my fish are a little bit more rare and some of them are difficult to feed. So as an example, my Indian mudskippers will devour the krill flakes, and they love it. They'll eat it right up. They'll actually eat it right out of my hand. I can feed them. I can hand feed them, and they'll come and grab food right out of my hand. Even my brackish water top hat blennies, which for the most part I give them kind of an algae-based diet, and I give them the vegetarian version of this, which is the spirulina flake. But every once in a while I'll give them some krill, just to kind of enhance their diet and give them a little bit something different, and they will gobble it up as well. And it is even accepted by my discus. So my discus upstairs love this stuff. I'll put it in there, and they'll basically, when I walk to the side of the tank, I feed my discus from the side. They will swim up and they will actually kind of wait for me to drop this in the tank. So very easy food to feed. It's applicable to pretty much any kind of fish for the most part. The protein content is 38%. I believe it's 38% content, so protein content. So if you do have something that's, kind of a more vegetarian-based fish, then you want to, I should say, like a herbivore, then you're going to want to feed it sparingly. You might give it to them once a week or something like that, and then do something else. But anyway, I just wanted to share with you guys what I felt to be my favorite fish food, and if I had to choose one fish food and only have one dry fish food as far as like a processed fish food, I would choose this. I would choose this over a pellet because there's so many different things that I can feed this to. So again, going from my African cichlids down to the tiniest of fry and everything in between. It is a quality food that is very, very easy for me to feed. Now, if you do want to find this, I will put a link down below on where to get it. There are, I think you can get it in some retail stores. You can buy it online. I will put a link down below of where you can get this online. And give it a try. I think that you'll be very, very impressed with this fish food. And yeah, I'd love to read down below in the comments. Have you tried this? Do you like it? What did you feed it to? Did you have any challenges? I love reading all that because it does make me think. It makes me kind of get a better understanding as far as how this fish food might help other people as well. So comment down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you have not done so already. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.